Honey, where's my Shimakaze shirt? Oh, I found it. It just needs to be dried. Hold on, I'll be back. Wait a minute. This is not the right box. There we go. From work to Weeb. Transform. Transformation complete. Oh man. Ah, damn it. Whew. We are back in the hot seat. It has been too long. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new episode. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I got a little bit of a different video planned. It's not my usual Weeb unboxing or me opening and reviewing a figure. Today I thought we would actually look at some anime, which is something I really haven't done much of on this channel. But not just any anime. Today we are going to be looking at anime that, despite getting overwhelmingly negative reviews, was something I still enjoyed. You see, you guys, I kind of have a little bit of a confession here to make. I actually kind of enjoy watching bad anime. And I think it's the same reason that a lot of people enjoy watching bad movies. There's hundreds of YouTube channels dedicated to that very topic. It's fun to pick apart a movie or an anime in this case and see what actually is bad about it, whether it be the characters, the writing, the style, whatever it may be. So I thought we'd do something a little bit different today, go through my anime collection and pick the top 5 trash animes that I actually enjoyed. One quick note here before we get too carried away. I define a trash anime by an anime that gets overwhelmingly negative reviews. The reviews are in the majority negative. With that being said, you guys, enjoy the video. Sorry, you guys, I had to go eat lunch real quick. What's going on with my hair? Is the bowl cut making a comeback? Comment below. Triage X. If I had to describe Triage X to somebody in the simplest terms, I guess I would describe it like a Michael Bay movie, only he's 14 and a hardcore otaku. Yeah, Triage X is not very good, but it does a few things decently well, kind of. Not really. Triage X is about a group of individuals who go around the city assassinating bad people who are typically guys who rape girls. Not really ever described very well. They call themselves Triage X because they act like they're doctors removing the bad people from the city as if they were tumors or illness. It's really cringy and didn't age very well. The best and worst thing about this anime is that it's from the same person who made High School of the Dead. So you get a lot of that same vibe from it. The issue with that, though, is it just makes me want to watch High School of the Dead, because that's a much better anime. All that aside, Triage X is okay. It has some decent action scenes. It's got some very attractive characters, and the art is done well. Very similar to High School of the Dead, just not quite to that level. It makes up in just harmless fun. When sometimes it's nice just to watch an anime that's just harmless fun. You're just going out and you're killing bad guys. Simple. Also, the MILF character in this anime is really attractive, and that's pretty rare for me to say because I typically don't lean towards the MILF side. So good job, Triage X. You convinced me. Now that I think about it, it must just be the art style because the nurse from High School of the Dead is probably the hottest character, so that kind of makes more sense now. Baku? I don't really know how to pronounce this, so we're going with Bakugan. I enjoyed this anime, but probably for all the wrong reasons. And to explain those reasons, I must give you guys at least a little bit of backstory here. So right when I discovered this anime, I was going through the typical white guy phase of owning a motorcycle, and pretty much thought I was the most badass person on the block. I had a CBR 500 Honda, red, white, and blue, because nothing screams America like a Honda motorcycle. I loved that bike until I proceeded to slam it into a back of a car on the freeway, breaking both my leg and my balls in the process. But that's a story for another day. This is an anime that I would only ever recommend to somebody who actually has some sort of interest in motorcycles, and even then it's a bit of a stretch. This anime is pretty much just motorcycle reference after motorcycle reference for 12 episodes, with a tiny bit of fan service in between. It tries to be like K-On!, where, you know, 4 girls get together and they meet after school and they grow together, but it just is it's a really bad version of K-On! This anime tries desperately to be like K-On!. Even the main character, Sakura, reminds me a lot of Yui from K-On!, just kind of the slower cousin of Yui. I don't know if I would trust her on a motorcycle. She struggles a little bit. The issue there is K-On! Actually has enjoyable characters, while this just has anime girls riding motorcycles. It's a fun anime. I enjoy anime that actually uses real life objects, whether it be motorcycles or cars or guns. We'll see later. It is pretty forgettable. I don't remember a ton about this anime, to be honest with you guys. The only scene I distinctly remember is when they decide to do a race around the school, and for some reason Sakura decides to put like 20 turn signals on her motorcycle. It's really cringy. It made me uncomfortable watching, and I don't think anime should do that to its viewers. Also, the animation is terrible, and I don't typically say that because I know somebody worked really hard on this anime and I feel bad, but yeah, this one's distinctly bad in a lot of areas. If you like motorcycles, give it a watch. If you don't watch it. It's not good. The next two animes are right on the cusp of being in the trash category. They're definitely the highest reviewed out of this group of anime. Shomin Sample. This anime I actually really enjoyed. This was one of my personal favorites at the time of me watching it. Shomin Sample is one of those typical harem guy goes to all girls school and makes his own little harem anime. It's something that we've all seen in anime at this point. But the one reason that I personally really like Shomin Sample is not so much because of the ecchi situations or the plot, but more because of the characters. Every single one of the main characters in this anime was actually really enjoyable for me. I really liked all their different personality traits and humor. Pretty much the plot is the male protagonist gets put into an all-girls school by claiming that he's gay, but they don't say gay. They say he likes muscles, and proceeds to make friends with a whole bunch of girls that for some reason don't fit in with the rest of the girls. It's kind of like Haganai. Maybe not quite that good. Yeah, definitely not that good, but pretty darn close. A lot of the scenes, they're just in his room hanging out, which are actually probably my favorite. Quite a few people don't like this anime just because of that character right there. Hakua is her name, and she is 14, okay? I looked it up, so I mean, that's still not okay, but she's a super genius, but for some reason, whenever she has one of her genius brain blast moments, she likes to get naked. It sounds really bad, but it's actually more funny than anything, so yeah. If you're looking for something that very much resembles Haganai, if you enjoyed that anime, if you enjoyed a harem anime but with actual good characters, then I highly suggest this. Don't let the reviews fool you. It's a decent anime.
Daddy, I love you.
The next anime is also on the cusp of being in that trash category. It's one of those that people either love it or hate it, but I'm definitely closer to the love it side than the hate it side. And you thought there was never a girl online. Perfect English translation. Oh man, this anime is actually, this anime actually surprised me on how much I enjoyed it. Pretty much this anime is about a teenage guy who confesses his love to a girl in a video game who actually turns out to be a guy. Haven't we all been there before? Devastated, he creates a new clan, and another player becomes kind of infatuated with him, who actually goes to his school, and comedy ensues. The one thing I actually enjoyed about this anime, other than the characters, who are all actually really good, is the amount of effort they put into the MMO references, or just the video game references in general. You can actually tell they tried with the video game references. This wasn't just a whole bunch of 50-year-old men sitting in a meeting room throwing out pop culture references. KFC dating sim. Somebody actually took some time and effort to make the references enjoyable. And it shows. It works, it's funny, it definitely helps to develop the characters even further, and the comedy is on point a lot of the time. The main girl, Ako, who is infatuated with the male protagonist, is super funny, but she also goes through a lot of personal growth, which I think made the anime even more enjoyable. In the end, it's just a lighthearted anime. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and I highly recommend you guys check it out.
見上げる空に太陽どんな今日にも輝くだからここまで
Alright, another confession here. The last anime I picked is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. If there's one thing I really enjoy in life, it's anime girls with guns. But I'm not talking about those anime guns, those XM9493-prototype 97 energy cannons. I'm talking like real guns. Like real. Not anime guns. And that's pretty much the only selling point of this anime. Upotte. I can't believe I'm actually showing how much I enjoy this anime. Upotte is a trip. It's almost like a fever dream. I don't really believe it ever happened, but it did. I'm holding it in my hands right now. Oh my gosh, how do I even describe this? Upotte is a lot like Kantai Collection, Azure Lane, Strike Witches, where the individuals in the anime are actually not girls, even though they look exactly like anime girls. Upotte revolves around an all-girls school made up of girls who are actually guns. And when I mean guns, I mean M16s, I mean L85s, I mean FALs, L1A1s. Real guns. L85 looks like this. She actually is an L85, if that makes any sense. It's just anime rules, okay? You can just roll with it. Don't second guess it, please. Unlike Kantai Collection or Strike Witches, where in those animes, those girls actually go through some sort of transformation process to become a ship or to become a plane. In Upotte, they just kind of pull the gun out, and it's just them holding the gun. And the reason I like this anime is pretty much the same reason I like Bakugan, or I like And You Never Thought There Was a Girl Online. It's because the people who made it actually did some research, and they knew what they were talking about. Upotte has a lot of very good gun humor in it, and I can't believe I just said gun humor. That's a phrase I never thought I would say. You see, a lot of guns have some sort of characteristic. They're well-made, they're poor-made, they're powerful, they're not powerful. And the people who made Upotte really took that to heart in designing the characters. One of my favorite things in this anime revolves around the character L85, who by far is the best character in this anime. If you guys don't know, the L85 is one of the worst modern guns ever made. It has a ton of problems, and is as sexy of a gun it's pretty embarrassing. And so in the anime, the girl that represents the L85 has a lot of issues as well. She jams up, she doesn't work, she cracks under pressure. She just has all these different issues to reflect the performance of the gun. And that's about the coolest thing I've ever seen. If you enjoy guns, if you enjoy history, if you enjoy America, then I highly suggest you check out this anime. If you don't, then don't check out this anime, because that's pretty much all it has to offer. One other thing I should mention is this has a very unique art style to it. Everything's very soft, I guess is the only word I can use to describe it. I just want to poke everything. Like every character is just fluffy. Alrighty guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed something a little bit different. I wasn't huge on doing some sort of top 5 video, but hey, you gotta try something new every once in a while. We also have hit over 500 members in our Discord, so that is amazing. I really enjoy hanging out with all you guys. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I do, it's a really cool experience. So thank you guys. I appreciate all the support in there as well. But I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see all you guys in the Discord. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.